Welcome back to the World Today. We are still focusing on the fracas in the South African Parliament. Now joining us on the World Today via telephone is Mr. Dr. Segun Bolariwa. He's a research fellow at the Nigerian Institute of International Affairs. Thank you, Doctor, for joining us on the World Today. Now, well, it seems we're still having problems connecting with him on the telephone. Moving on to other stories now, violence continues in eastern Ukraine just one day after a peace deal was reached in Minsk. Reports say there has been shelling in the rebel-held East Ukrainian cities of Donetsk and Luhansk, but there are no confirmed reports of casualties. Both cities are near the front line where the pro-Russian rebels face government forces. The ceasefire agreed in the Belarusian capital is to begin in eastern Ukraine after midnight on Saturday.
I'm already concerned that we are seeing this morning a continuation of hostilities. We really expect these hostilities to terminate at the deadline that was set in Minsk, and we would really hope to see a decrease already between now and that moment. It is important to keep in mind that withdrawing the heavy weapons doesn't mean demilitarizing the area, unfortunately. So there will be a need for further steps, and I think we should really look over time at a situation where also there is a military disengagement, but we are not there yet.
At least 19 people have died in Pakistan after 3 militants attacked a Shia mosque in the Pakistani city of Peshawar with guns and grenades. Police and the gunmen exchanged gunfire at the mosque in Peshawar's wealthy Hayatabat district. Officials later said one militant had blown himself up, one had been arrested, and another had been killed in the gunfight.
Rushed to hospital after at least 19 people were killed in the Pakistani city of Peshawar in a series of explosions targeting a Shiite mosque. Police said a group of armed men broke into the mosque where people were attending Friday prayers and opened fire, following which 3 explosions were heard inside the building. The Pakistani Taliban, who were fighting against the state to set up a hardline Sunni theocracy in Pakistan, claimed responsibility. Peshawar's Hayatabat medical complex confirmed the number of casualties. The attack comes as Pakistan tries to adopt new measures to tackle Islamist militants following a massacre of 134 children on December the 16th at an army-run school in Peshawar. The government is pledged to crack down on all militant groups and has reintroduced the death penalty, set up military courts to speed up convictions, and widened its military campaign in northwestern areas on the Afghan border where militants find refuge. Yet, Pakistan's religious minorities, amongst them Ahmadis, Christians and Hindus, say the government is doing little to alleviate their daily struggle against humiliation, discrimination and violence.
It's been a bloody week in Myanmar where nearly 50 soldiers have been killed in a week of fighting between government troops and Kokang ethnic rebels. The media is reporting that airstrikes had been used in the response to the flare-up in Shan State near the Chinese border. Analysts say it is the heaviest fighting in at least 2 years. This comes as government tries to sign a peace deal with rebel groups. Meanwhile, there are reports that thousands of people have been leaving the area to escape the fighting. China said on Tuesday that some people had crossed over into southern Yunnan province and that they are being looked after. Back in Africa, it's freedom at last for Al Jazeera journalist Mohammed Fahmy and Baha Mohammed, who have been reunited with their families in Egypt following their release on bail. Yesterday, a court ordered their release after spending 1 year behind bars. They are accused of spreading false information and helping the banned Muslim Brotherhood. Their release comes almost 2 weeks after that of Australian Peter Grester, the third journalist in the case that has attracted international criticism. Mr. Grester was deported to Australia following his release. Mr. Fahmy, who was ordered to pay over $30,000 in bail, is Egyptian-born but also holds a Canadian passport. Mr. Mohammed, who is Egyptian and has no dual nationality, and Mr. Fahmy now have to report to the police daily until their retrial on February the 23rd. When we return after the break, we'll be taking you to Thailand and the Philippines for a pre-Valentine dance. Please stay with us. Welcome back to the world today. 10 couples in Thailand have gotten into the Valentine Day spirit as they participate in the world's longest dance marathon competition. They're aiming to break the Guinness World Record set by a Mexican couple in 2008 of 35 hours. The rules are to dance and move their feet continuously in 3 different rhythms: waltz, cha-cha-cha, and rumba. The winner will take home 200,000 baht and a diamond ring.
Waltz. Cha-cha-cha.
Now I feel okay. The most important thing is to drink. So I take some sugar in my blood, will be better now.
And that's it on the wall today. Many thanks for watching. I'm Tim Meetokwe Fagbemi. Coming up at the top of the hour is sports news.